Good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing alright. Just figuring out how to capture most of the workout mat here. I think that's a good balance. There we go. And I think, good morning, Texas. How are you doing this morning? Or I think it is late at night where you are, isn't it? Good to see you this morning. Thanks for dropping by. I see the notifications are working. All good? Uh, hey, very good. You said yesterday you were going to do that. And how did that go? How was that? Good experience? Hope so. Humane burpee is push-ups, squats. Um, what are the parts of the humane burpee? In terms of an exercise, I think it's an interesting cycle. I've heard Dan John talk about it a couple of times. It sounds intense. Sounds like something I might opt into at one point. And eggs sound delicious, by the way. And it's good to see you this morning. How's everything else going? Hope you had a good day. For you, that would be a good Wednesday. For me, it's at the start of Thursday. And I can tell you the future is autumny in this part of the world, but probably slightly different over where you're at. So how are things over here? Things over here are all right. You can tell that it is autumn. You can tell that the end of the year is drawing near. It's gray. I won't say it's depressing, but it is a little bit. It presses on your mood, the weather, I should say. But that's all right, because here we are, and we can do our morning routine, and we can get on with the day. I see that. Yeah, I'm time traveling slightly. Good morning, Ivanis, from where you're dialing in. I hope you're doing all right this morning as well. Thanks for dropping by. It's good to see the notifications are working. This is nice. It's actually now suddenly become a lot less lonely at 5:30 in the morning or at 5 for the workout. Slept okay, and I have a minor ache in my shoulder, so I'm not going to be doing any heavy kettlebell work or swings or anything. I also want to give my arm a bit more time to recover, because I noticed when I pick up the kettlebell one-handed, this part here still complains. I don't want to say hurts, complains. So we're going to take it easy, probably today, maybe tomorrow. It's a couple of more days to see where these little aches and pains lead us. But I don't believe in putting too much strain or stress on my body until those are gone, or I feel they are manageable. So here we go. The only thing I could do was heavy deadlifts, but I don't want to spend 30 minutes deadlifting. Well, could be interesting, but we're going to work on mobility instead. I think we'll get more out of that today. For those of you who are new to the channel, Evalis, YouTube punk, not for you, but you know the drill. My name is Toby, and I'm 40. I train to live an adventurous life. I want to be healthy and self-sufficient, not only today, but also well into my 90s, because if I understand it correctly, there is a chance that I might live to reach 100. A lot of us might. And I would like to live those last 10 years of my life healthy and happy and independent as well. This is all not about the way I look, not at all. This is about the way I feel. I want to feel fit. I want to feel strong. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel like I have the energy and the stamina to do things in life that I want to do, and therefore I focus on how much I sleep, how much I eat, strength training, conditioning training, and mobility. And I do a lot of that at home with the kettlebell on these two mats for people to join and watch, live stream, and chat about their challenges in with health and with career, family, with being a father, being a man. Those are things that I find interesting and also talk about. Um, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. I think sometimes we forget um, when we um, when we embark on such an activity or journey that it is the person who we are today who's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. So it pays off to be kind to ourselves today because we're good enough the way we are today, and we're going to be good enough the way we are tomorrow as well. And the only way to get anything done, friends, by showing up and doing the work. Now, for those of you who are slightly observant and maybe have gone to my YouTube channel page, you see that I put up a bar going from 0 to 1,000, which is a bit over halfway filled, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you drop by here and you think, hey, this could be interesting, well, hop over to my channel and subscribe, or stay in the stream and subscribe. And let's have a chat about what's on your mind. In the meantime, I am going to start the timer, and we are going to get started with some light exercises today. Thanks a lot, Valdis. I hope that will be the case today. Okay. Everything seems to be working fine. That's always nice. So it's Thursday, and outside of having some upward momentum and traction on work, I'm also just very much looking forward to going back into the office. I have a lot of fun meetings today. People that I look forward to seeing, catching up with, and some projects that require real attention. That I want to pay some attention to, because I'm excited to see them through to the end. Neck, forward, back. Ooh, I can feel this on my left hand side. I don't know what I did. Maybe I put one of my kids up on my shoulder. Maybe I slept in a wrong position. But we're just going to take it easy. It's just funny how when I was 18 and playing judo for 6 to 10 hours a week, nothing ever bothered me. Now I turned 40 this year, and every week it's another little ache, and another little joint, and another little thing. Life just starts to get to you, man, at one point. No, I'm joking. But you notice, on the one hand, maybe it has something to do with the fact that I am paying it mind, and therefore a bit more aware of what is going on. What could be. The other part of that is that maybe I'm just getting older, and with old age comes the responsibility to not overtax our bodies if we want them to last. And at the same time, we do need to put some sort of strain and stress on them to help them grow stronger. And I think finding the right balance with that is important. Yeah. What you, uh, I think that's very nice. That that is a part of the secret success formula, YouTube Punk. And yeah, I know the kind of job and meetings you might be referring to. Um, I am fortunate enough to get to work with people on fun projects that they are interested in, and because they and I are both interested in the topics and have mostly shared goals. Sometimes we have some disparate objectives or differences of opinions on how to get to those shared goals. That makes it a lot of fun to work with those people and on those projects. But our culture is quite accommodating and based on respect and friendship, and also maybe in the Netherlands the working culture is slightly different from the one in the United States. And I think I'm lucky in a lot of respects when it comes to the kind of job I have and the kind of people I get to work with. And I'm grateful for that. Ah, one of the spots here broke. I can see. That's why it's a bit less bright. All of these movements are fine, so I think it's just a muscle on my left shoulder and a muscle in my right arm. That would require some time to heal, reset, stretch out. And there's no point in then pushing myself with heavy kettlebell weights or light kettlebell weights or putting things under load. So we're not going to do that today. We are just going to take it nice and easy. Oh, by the way, I am teaching my first in-person kettlebell class at my local gym this Saturday morning. So that's going to be exciting. And that's actually something that I am looking forward to. I'm going to have to find a better spot for my laptop, I think. It's a bit annoying that it's over there on the table. It's a bit hard to read. I should get a huge monitoring screen somewhere here so I can just read your chats while I'm working here on the mats. So anyway, you know, on my journey to 1,000 subscribers. This would be really cool to see if we can't get there before Christmas. And I think YouTube Punk, Evalis, you've been instrumental the last couple of weeks actually with your replies and messages for my videos to get some extra attention online. So I am very grateful to each and every one of you. And I hope the call out on the YouTube post made that clear. Not just for dropping by while I work out and for telling me about your workouts and what you're working on, but for being genuinely kind to me in the comments and the conversations we're having. Very much appreciate that. And hopefully, over time, a few more people will join us in these conversations who are on a similar journey and who are working on their health and fitness goals. Or maybe somewhere in life trying to figure something out that we can talk about, because I think, every life comes with different challenges. But if we can talk about them with each other, we can maybe understand different perspectives and get a different framing or a different outlook on how to deal with life's challenges. Because today, as a human being, but today as a man, or as boys becoming men, growing into men, it's hard. There are a lot of demands, a lot of pressures, a lot of concerns and considerations. And not all of them are equally valid or worthy of your concern. If you try to go through life being a good, decent person, doing the right thing, you can do everything right, you still make a mistake. You should be allowed to make mistakes and learn from them. But you should always be cautious that your freedoms, your liberties end where the liberties and freedoms of other people begin. And what that means in practice is usually hard to determine. Let me just check what the two of you have left here. Oh yeah, I'm going to look that up, or maybe you can link it here. Live streaming or not? I'm going to live stream. Show me. Hello. The bulge is a 12 kilo kettlebell, and the smaller one is an 8 kilo kettlebell. Behind there, thing after the kettlebell became more diplomatic. Yeah, swinging a 16 kilogram kettlebell around will make you a bit more diplomatic, maybe because you're aware of the danger you're in. Works. The same thing. No, it's all right. Sometimes things drop by and people drop by, and as long as everyone is respectful to each other, we're all good. I'm not too worried about it. But I appreciate you pointing that out, YouTube Punk. Like I said, it looks like the bulge is a big 12 kilo kettlebell standing up against the wall. I don't know, a bit more diplomatic, maybe because you get a lot of your energy out. And because you get a lot of your energy out, you have a calmer mind, and you can think things through and focus more on the things you want to accomplish rather than your frustrations. You're better able to collaborate and communicate. Maybe exercise does something to your mind in a positive way. I notice a distinct difference just generally when we talk about my level of stress management and ability to deal with difficult situations. Specifically, in the sense that I think working out helps us manage stress better. And when we manage stress better, we're probably able to manage situations that require a tactful approach better. But what kind of diplomacy are you talking about, Ivalis? The home front, at work, in the street, with strangers, a lot of different situations we can come across in life that might require some diplomacy, right? Kenny McCartney, hey, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you saying hello. I hope you're well wherever you are. Yeah. We're just doing, I do a morning routine for Kevin because I haven't seen you here before. Morning routine. Today it's mobility. I'm just working on my general range of motion and ability to move through life in a way that will help me reach my life's health fitness goals. The channel is about me being in my 40s and being on this fitness journey. So if that's something that interests you, thanks for dropping by and saying hi, and maybe stick around for the conversation. If not, then still thanks for dropping by and saying hello and leaving a note in the comments. I hope you're well wherever you are and whatever you're doing. It's about 5:50 in the morning where I'm at, and this is how I tend to start my day. But generally, right, coming back to what we were just talking about, I think when we are frustrated about something, it comes back to the way I would approach trying to get healthy and sorting out my life, right? Where I look at all these markers of health, like my physical, mental, emotional, but also financial health. But then also looking into how my relationships are, my direct family, with my good friends, And then also understanding if I'm making the most of my financial opportunities. Like, it's a lot easier, I think, to be diplomatic and to be kind and to be generous when all of those things are in order. So when you have a stable base, when you feel comfortable, safe, not just psychologically but also economically, I think there's a lot of frustration that we experience in life that comes out in different situations, not specifically frustrated with that, with situation, but more often than not, simply because we have a lot of other frustrations in life. And I think if you are able to tackle your health and well-being over an extended period of time, and you feel good about the work you're putting in and the effort you're putting in, and you start to feel healthier, you might also have a bit more mind space to be kind and generous to other people, because you're not so worried about your health and your general condition anymore. You might feel capable or stronger or empowered because of that. And simple ways to think about it. And to be very honest, I'm a bit bummed out about my minor discomforts because I really enjoyed the rhythm that we were setting and the pace that we were setting. I was also thinking about changing up my training schedule slightly. Toby. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the compliment. And I can only hope that they will grow up to be fine young men, and that we will, should I put it, that we will have a good bonded relationship through life. We're going to do McGill's Big Three. We are going to start with the brace. Oh, the nice thing about kettlebells, having worked with kettlebells for such a long time, is that my core has become relatively well developed. My challenge in life has always been losing the nice, cozy covering that shows the world. This was so important to me as a teenager, and I'll be very honest with you. I never managed to develop a visible six-pack because I was always a bit on the higher end of the fat percentage spectrum. So when I say at the start of this is not about the way I look, this is about the way I feel, it's because I finally came to realize way too late in life that having a strong and functional core for me and doing the exercises that lead to that is where the fun and joy is. Does that mean that I wouldn't want to have a little six-pack? No, that's not what that means. That means that I understand that for me personally, something else is more important. And it's important for us to make those kinds of distinctions. Might help. Could be. Um, Heat, a good massage, maybe, or sauna. Really help the blood flow everywhere it needs to go. I agree. There are good ways to go about that. That generally, in my experience, just give it time to heal, and then we're good. Just taking it easy. Like I said, everything's moving fine. Just when you put load on, well, you feel it. You shouldn't feel it. Not in that way, at least. So, and since this is a channel about kettlebells, would be a shame if we couldn't go about our business swinging kettlebells anymore. And the last one. And we're good for the morning. Also, I seem to have misplaced my heart rate monitor. Oh, and it sounds like The youngest one's up at 6 a.m. Sometimes these kids. So that means the next step, morning routine, is building Legos and avoiding switching on to cartoons. So that's what I'm going to be doing in a few minutes. Hey friends, thanks for watching. Evalis, YouTube Punk, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for spending the time with me this morning. I appreciate that. For everyone else who dropped by, Kenny McCartney and Doggy Nature, I hope you're well where you are. I hope you found something interesting on the channel. Thanks for dropping by and for saying hello. To everyone who's watching, my name is Toby. I train for living an adventurous, self-sufficient and active life. I'm 40 now. Hopefully we'll be doing that way into my 90s because I want to be active and go out on adventures all through my life and not be too dependent on other people. This is not about the way I look. This is about the way I feel. And I believe that we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. That's the way to, I think, get to the goals we set ourselves, regardless of what they are, by appreciating who we are today, because that's the person who's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. And the only way to get anything done, friends, by showing up and doing the work. So I'm going to check out what's going on upstairs, and I'm going to start a day, and I will see you tomorrow, friends.